on their neighbor.
Let's get this. All the comments have populated, and they're all in here. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Drone Therapy. How hot is too hot? And I was telling. Go ahead.
I think we're about there. How hot is too hot?
Well, see, presently this week we had, what did I say? We had 88, 91. Today we had 87, which is really hot for us. And we had anywhere from 50 to 65% humidity, which is really rough, especially for me because it's hard for me to breathe. My wife gets used to it quickly because she's from over there in the islands anyway. But yeah, rather warm. But tomorrow the weather's supposed to break, and for us here in the Pacific Northwest, it's seemingly going to settle down a little bit and go back to normal. Now, the bottom part of the state, down where like Dale and them are, and Centralia and stuff, I'm not sure. They may stay warm. But I know that we're going to kind of get back to more of a temperate zone. And I know a lot of people were talking in the chat that they're going to get extreme temperatures and stuff. Like Leonard Oglesby was talking about. Here we go. 104 today, predicting 103 tomorrow, and 100 on Friday with 22% humidity. And he said currently it is 97. So let's to start the show off, since we're going to be talking about hot weather flying. Please, everybody, put in what your next few days forecast is, and we will go over, and I will kind of pop them up here. And so we're going to Kira show is. Anyone hear about a lighted landing pad? I'm looking about building my own using high-intensity LED bulbs. That sounds cool, actually. I think I saw an elevated one. Guy made it out of like a glass top case, and it was our glass top table, and it was he had it built so it was about 4 feet off the ground, and he just had screw knobs on each foot so that he could level it, so he could just twist this one down, and then he could have it level, and his drone would land on top, and he had like Warren was talking about, Akira Show was talking about, it would light up so he could actually see it and everything, which is really cool. Christmas lights, yeah, that would be cool. But an LED strip like you're talking about would be intense, man. Be super cool. Rolling. Let's see. Zach saying, never too hot to fly. Flew inside my car with AC last week, but it was 96 outside. You flying a Whoop? I hope you were flying a Whoop. That would be trippy if you were flying anything bigger. Let's see.
Yeah, I haven't been outside flying a drone since like May.
Oh, wow.
I get from in the car.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Fly VLS, don't fly over anyone. Let's see. Joe, glad to have you in the house. Let me see. I'm going to roll up here. Let's see. On my very first flight with my Air 2 in 2020, it was wow. It was totally distorted from the heat. That's trippy.
That's hot.
Man. And he's saying, howdy. Hello, Drone Days. Good to see you as well. Glad to have you in the house. I'm rolling. Have I missed anybody? Drone Days, Steven Drones. I was talking about Steven Drones. Dale, low 80s. Talking about low 80s towards the end of the week. Yeah, okay. That's not too bad. Rolling. I start puckering. We get up above 95. Man, it's a gear. We got 94 to 98 feels like 106 to 110 in southeast Louisiana. I could say that would be quite steamy. I don't doubt that in the least. Let's see. Let's go up here. Okay, we're all crawled up now. Cool. Okay. So since I got this going, we will do it this way. We'll go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our spectacular drone show tonight. We are not only showcasing the beauty of technology, but also sharing essential tips for flying drones in extreme summer heat. So let's dive into the do's and don'ts. In our first segment, we're going to call it just the do's. And number one, we're going to talk about that's important. We all got to know about this. Check your weather conditions. It's critical to check your weather forecast before taking flight. Extreme heat can affect drone performance, so ensure conditions are suitable for safe operations. So, since we're saying that, I would like some people, because we all check the weather. We're going to say how hot it is. We're all spouting out our weather reports, so we know what the weather's like. Is there a ceiling, like Zach was talking about, it's never too hot to fly? Okay, so he's saying it could be 120 degrees outside. As long as he can stay cool in his car, he'll fly. Is everybody like that? What's your do's and don'ts? What's your do for checking the weather and getting it up in the air? That's what I'm going to ask you right now. What did Chuck just say? Wait a minute. Okay, now here's the thing. And I was talking about this before we went live. Now, and I did confirm with another source who spoke to someone in DC that confirmed that there is no China wording in it and there is no word drone in the Senate version. Okay, now what we keep forgetting is now these two have to come up with the same bill in order to pass both houses so that it can become law and our defense budget will be founded. So we have to remember that when they start to reconcile this stuff, they may go ahead and put it back in. It could be a bartering chip. So we're not out of the woods yet because it could very well jump right back in there when they reconcile this bill. So like when I was talking to Vic, and he was telling that he was the second person I confirmed it because I went to Haya and asked him, and he was like, I'm looking too, but I really can't confirm anything yet. And then what Vic told me was that he spoke to the person. They said there's no wording in it, but then he ran a word search on it for DJI, China, drones. Nothing came up. He said he's going to try to do a more thorough search, but as far as that was concerned, nothing came up saying anything like that. So on the Senate version right now, we're out of the water. So they're going to play tennis back and forth, lobbing it across the fence, and then they have their little group that'll going to get together from both houses, and they'll start beating out and hammering out what this bill is going to look like. So, okay, and then when Vic said, to be honest with you, I don't know what our next steps forwards are. So, as far as I could know, just keep pounding on your senator, say, don't put it in the final bill. Don't put it in the final bill. Send them all another email. Go back and email them again and say, don't you dare put this in the final bill because I will use it for a reason to vote you out of office. Don't play with them. Be totally serious and go, look, asshole, I will vote you out for that one reason. I'll put another one in, look just like you. Talk just like you. Do just what you did. I can replace you just as easily because they all look the same. We all know what the politicians look like. They all look pretty much the same, right? They look like our friends until they get on the other side of the fence and they're like, who are you again? What was your name? What was your name? So the whole point is we can still replace them, but we got to keep the hammer down. We're not out of the woods yet. Because like I said, when they reconcile this bill, it could easily be put back in. It could be something that they're going to say, okay, we want that if you want this, and then they'll say, okay, you give us this on this part of the bill, we'll give you your countering drones. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that big hurrah. It is a good thing because it seems as though because who sponsored this bill may be an issue, thank goodness. So hopefully that will be what keeps it out, but we're still not out of the woods until they go ahead and finalize it and it's not in there. And then, like we were also speaking earlier, I believe the gentleman's name is John Tester from Montana, I believe, and he is a Democrat in the Senate. He is trying to bring up a similar bill to the Countering CCP Drones Act. He says, the country's been flooded with too many inferior, cheap Chinese drones. Remember, Randy, you were talking about the guy that doesn't know what he's talking about? So, as far as I know, they haven't really come up with a game plan as to what to do. So, just email them again and say, don't you dare put that in the final bill. I will hold it against you. I will write it down. I will make sure that the next time you come up for vote, I vote against you. Just let them know that it's not something that we're going to play with. They need to give, if they told all of us, if they showed us that there was proof, and showed us the where's the beef for all the old people in the room, and said, this is why. Because this is the data we've tracked going out, and this is the data we've seen, and it's going to this certain area of China, and that's where all their spies live. Okay, then I could see it. I could be like, okay, I got you. I understand. But now it just seems like it's who's ever getting their wallet stuffed the most. And it's like, oh, well, these American companies. And that's something else I want to say. It's not just Skydio. Yes, I've been on here and I preached and I raised hell and I said Scotty, blah blah blah. We heard about Walmart doing drone deliveries and Amazon doing drone deliveries and UPS doing drone deliveries. And we had all been laughing all that shit off for years, going, there's no way they'll ever do it. It won't work. And now suddenly they all announce right when all these bills are about ready to go across the table and get passed, they're all going to start doing it. They're all going to start delivering by drone. So
has anybody seen an actual like drone delivery other than like on social media?
No, I have not. Has anybody else seen a drone delivery? That's a good one. That's a good question. Weather says tornado warnings. I'm trying to roll up here because I went on I'll preach. Yes, see, John said, here we go. And it's JON, isn't it? I think he just uses JON. Dragons. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. I know I went on a little rant there. Wait a minute. There's only arbitral temperature range. Once the drone exceeds that range, you may experience signal loss, battery failure. Yeah, seriously, yeah. See, I'm trying to catch up. Oh, Chuck's going to bed. Okay, good night, Chuck. Sorry.
I think
Brad, good to see you. Go ahead.
I think for the foreseeable future, at least, we're going to be playing whack-a-mole with a lot of these bills if they don't get passed.
Yeah, we're going to have to stay on these senators and literally hold their vote over their heads.
Yep.
Because like I said, we're not out of the water by any means. Yeah, here we go. Here, I want to see what John said. This is 3 minutes ago. Sorry, I'm slow. I know. DJI escapes, then they also need to do more to bend over backwards to address other concerns that have been raised with their product. Yeah, exactly. But I thought they had kind of done stuff like that when they started housing the data on Amazon servers, and now we don't even get thumbnails and shit. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Nothing. Let's see. Brad, good to see you. Dre's in here. Drone shots. Whoops, I missed Brad. Let me go. Brad was saying hi to John. Yeah, see? John's saying, still think it's probably too late, though. Tester really wants DJI gone, and he usually gets what he wants. But he's not going to stop with the DJI. He wants the toys gone, too. He wants every Chinese drone gone. He's got a boner to get rid of all of them. It's not just DJI. It's not just Altel. It's Hubsan. It's JJRC. It's all whatever, Yes, it will buy us a little bit of time. So maybe another, so I was saying 18 months, and we've been, 3 months now? So that would make 15 months. So let's go to 24 months now. So we've technically got 2 years before they smash us again. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in November. Things are going to get really crazy in November regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Yeah.
And Dre's saying, hey to everybody. Okay, I'm going to scroll up if somebody... Hey, Marcel, good to see you, buddy. I don't appreciate being called an un-American because I fly... Yeah, that's cool. That's actually kind of cool. Have you ever... I've never been called un-American because I fly drones. That's kind of wild. Go ahead.
So what is the basis that this is it testes? Testicle?
Testicle.
Yeah.
What is the basis?
Yeah, what is he?
Chinese xenophobia. He's one of those. Like John was saying earlier. Okay, I'm scrolled up. Okay, we're all caught up. Let's see.
Ever since COVID, it's been like field day on China. Anything Chinese.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So there's no Android app. There's an Apple Play Store app, but there's not an Android app. You have to get it somewhere else. Lambo, good to see you. Okay, so we're not out of the woods. It's a victory, like John was saying, and we can hope to God they don't put it in the final bill, that it's not some kind of bartering check. I really hope so. I hope that it's not going to say, if you give us this, we'll give you that. You know what I mean? What do you think, Angel?
Angel.
Seriously, I mean, what do you
Hey,
think?
I just showed up. What's going on?
Okay, so we were talking about it appears that in the Senate version they have dropped the Countering CCP Drones Act. It's
Okay.
not there. There's no DJI mention. There's no okay, but we still have to reconcile the bill between the two houses to get the final law that they'll pass both houses and the president signs. So what I'm trying to say, and is what we're discussing, is that if we get past this hurdle, there is still another one from the Montana senator named John Tester, who is producing a similar bill in the Senate. He is a Democrat that he despises Chinese drones. So we're by no means out of the woods. And they very well, like I was saying, they very well could reconcile and put this right back in that damn bill. You know, we're not out of the woods yet, so we got to keep pounding on them. And like I said, when I was speaking to Vic earlier in Messenger, he was like, I'm not sure what the next step is. I was like, I didn't tell him this. I'm just telling you all this. If you got ideas, please throw them up. I think we should email them back and go, if you've put this in the final bill, I will remember it and I will vote you out of office for that reason. And I mean, and we got to stick to it. They got to understand that instead of laughing it off and taking the industry, you know, like commercial businesses like Amazon and Skydio and UPS and all them, and taking over our skies, we need to go, hell no, we want our space. Just leave us alone. We'll be fair. You know, what do you all think? What's your all's idea? What should we do from this point forward? Right now, it's not in the Senate bill, but when they reconcile, it could come back. And even if that doesn't get there, John Coopy was pointing out earlier how John Tester tends to get his way a lot. So if he pushes hard to get DJI gone, and as I was mentioning, he hates all Chinese drones. He calls the toy Chinese drones that come into the country garbage. And he says, we've been, what was it? I can't remember the wording. It was like saturated by cheap Chinese drones. So
Okay.
I was like, wow, you know? So we just can't put up with that kind of talk, period. So, I mean, regardless, he's a Democrat. I'd vote the son-of-a-bitch out in a heartbeat. You know, I wouldn't think twice about it. I'd be like, just like Randy was saying, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So I'm saying, if you don't know what the hell you're talking about something so basic, how the hell can I trust you with something more important? Bye.
Right.
You
Wait,
know,
Bill,
I mean,
Bill, you said you're a Democrat?
yes.
Oh, he went there.
But I have Republican friends. And I'm still here. And I'm
before
still
I make a
batshit
comment,
crazy.
Before I make a comment, I just want everyone to see the bed is made. Okay?
Oh, yay! Oh, wait
You're in a hotel,
wait a
right,
minute.
Angel?
Hey, hang on now.
No, I'm at.
Wait, you're a married man now. The bed should be messy as hell.
It's been messy. No, it's hot. It's hot. You know, it's hot here, and so I don't have air conditioning in the office. So I'm just upstairs in the bedroom because it's too much. You know, it's too much. We have 3 air conditioners running in the house right now.
Oh, wait. I love this one. Hashtag political squirrel party.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Well, I guess the question for me is
Yes.
how.
What should we do at this point?
Well, I think the thing is that it sounds good, but you know, this person is in Montana, so what we would have to have. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to send? You're going to send a thing. We're going to vote you out, but you live over here. So how's that going to affect the person?
What I'm talking about is all the people that we have already emailed, because that's everybody's thinking that that's part of the reason. I personally think it's because they're using it to barter with. You know, the Democrats are going to go, okay, we'll give you your bye-bye DJI if you give us so much on Social Security. You know what I mean?
Right,
And then
right.
it goes
They're all
right
bargaining.
back in the bill, and then it gets signed. So we're not out of the water. We need to go, look, if you put this back in the bill, bye-bye. You know, if I can't trust you over something so damn tiny, But yet you try to tell me that I'm not important enough for you to explain to me why I've had this device for, what, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 years now. You're telling me I can't fly it anymore because it's bad. Okay, tell me why it's bad. And then if, like in the countering act, if you look at it, there was a page, like Kai sent it to me. On page 91, it says what they're going to do is after it passes, then they're going to tear apart the drones to prove that things are bad after the fact. That's what they're going to do is they're going to tear it down after the fact and track all the parts back to prove they're right. And I'm like, what? So it's all speculation at this point.
Right.
And then and the whole point is if they go ahead and do something like that, then they only have to give us like a 1-page report, and then they can classify the entire annex, and we'd never see it. This says Chinese drones bad, done deal. So we got to make it a you're out of office kind of thing, because like I'm saying, if something's so tiny, so pimple, no, I'm not saying trust them. I'm not, because the whole point is the damn thing's got in there anyway. Because I know, to begin with, I didn't send emails. I know I should have, but as it got a little bit more treacherous, yes, I started sending emails, and I said exactly what I told you all. I will vote for someone else, or I will simply not vote for you. And that's not going to help you by any means, especially in today's political climate. And then, something that's what pretty much the wording I always use is I will not vote for you. And John's going to throw up the Homeland Security thing. And Gary and I have talked about this before. And here's the bad thing about, because a home built drone would be easier to do things that would worry Homeland Security, I would think, more than a trackable drone like DJI would. See, we're not looking at the fact that what happens once you take them away. Then they go to where you can't track the sumbitches at all because none of them have modules on them.
Right.
You'd have to track a frequency, and the sumbitch is going to fly so fast you ain't going to get near it. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, if they're trying to say they're bad, then they're going to be bad. Anyway.
Okay.
So
Well, here, let's. I'm not trying to take this in a political direction, but
no, we need to get out of it soon. But we're here for that reason.
knowing the way things are, how do you anticipate getting things? Because, like I said, if this person's in Montana, he's not going to give a crap. We're going to have a bunch of people say we're going to vote you out. If he's got there's a high, what is that, a re-elect rate for, all politicians in office.
Here's the thing. In order for him to get a bill passed, he's got to have support. Now, if he goes to a bunch of other Democrats and they go, I got a shitload of emails, people telling me that if I took that bill further, that they would vote me out of office. Bye. So when he starts getting doors shut in his face, he finally goes, well, shit, what am I going to do? I'll have to return to Republicans. So
You really think it works like that?
I don't think he would, is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't think he would go to that extent. But that's what I'm trying to tell you is I think that. So you're trying. Wait. So we're really going down a rabbit hole now. You're implying that nothing it's all fixed. That's what that sounds
I'm not saying it's all fixed, but I think the thing is that we're like a small pimple on the
But see, things are so polarized in a down the middle way, though. They can't do like they used to be. Going, oh, I can shrug off 200 votes.
Right.
They can't do that anymore because sometimes that's all they get by with. So they can't do that anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. 15, 20 years ago, when they were winning by big chunks, yes. But when you got somebody in another state that he needs to support that bill, who's right on the edge, and you go, look, okay, I'll just abandon your ass. And then they go, oh shit, man, what am I want to keep my spot, even though you're in another state, they got to have your, wait a minute, moon landing was fake. Okay, all right. So I've gone way out on a limb.
Yeah, we don't need to go anywhere. But I sometimes wonder, like for nutrition, they get us to do letters, right? And sometimes things matter and sometimes they don't, and emails work and all that. But then I'm like, I think threatening people that we're not going to vote. I almost feel like or we're going to vote them out of office. Some of these states are almost in the tank the way it is. How you gonna flip it around?
Because people have to stand their ground. If they won't stand their ground, it's not going to matter. That's the whole point. People have not stood their ground and used that vote as a weapon like it's meant to be. Too many people
But
have followed their herd on both sides instead of voting with using the power of that vote for what it was meant for, your voice. That's the whole point. We've become so polarized, and that's another reason I was saying that they've got to depend on even the minuscule amount of votes. They have to entertain those now. They didn't have to before. They do now.
right.
There's certain districts that both of them have to entertain. There's certain districts that are places that they're safe in. Yes, I get that.
Right.
But
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like some places they're very safe, so they could give a crap about what you say.
well, put it this way:
It's the places that are competitive.
up until 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, the state of Washington was considered blue. Then after the event 3 weeks ago, it's now considered in play. You get my point. You get my point now. So
Yeah.
that's something very major. And if you don't go, that's my whole point. And so if things like that are going to happen in those states, you can hold that as a trigger point and be like, look, dude, I want you to listen to me. And if you're not going to listen to me, I will talk to this guy. I'll send him an email. If he tells me he's not going to support that bill, if he gets in office, he's going to change the law around, guess who I'm going to vote for? I'm going to get the guy that's going to defend my point of view. And people have forgotten that, man. That's what they're there for. They're supposed to work for us. And now instead it seems like they get on TV and they tell us what we're supposed to do.
Right.
All the time, both sides. It's like, you need to do this and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, what? Anyway. Okay, go ahead.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said people stay with their tribe and only vote for their tribe. They don't. That's just like it's awful, and like it is both sides. It's like, it's insane.
People,
It's like,
you'd be surprised how many people vote based on hearsay and not actually knowing the fact.
or just that's my Republican candidate. I'm gonna vote for him. That's my Democrat. I mean, they just want to. I'm always
Blindly.
voting blue, voting red. It's like
Right.
Okay, I guess a better way to phrase me is I'm not registered in either party, and I've voted both ways in my lifetime. So I don't want you to think that I'm all dyed in the wool tree hugger, because I have
He's
voted
in the
Republican.
tank. He's in the tank.
I have voted Republican before. Ronnie Reagan, man, that was my man. Ronnie Reagan. I voted for Ronnie.
These are lights. I think people are asking what these are. These are IKEA
Oh,
lights.
they're
balloons.
marshmallows, man. You get really, really drunk, come in from the bar, and you start gnawing on them. Why does this taste like plastic? Anyway.
They're just lights because this bedroom we have doesn't have a lot of lights, so we have lights on the side. I think that one looks a little crooked. No, this one looks crooked.
Okay, let's bring
They're
the
supposed
train
to
back.
be balloons, right?
Train's back on the track now.
They look
Okay.
like balloons.
And then here we go.
So,
Go ahead quickly before I go to step
what
2.
did you guys talk about at the beginning? What's too
We're
hot?
talking about
Too hot of temperatures?
flying in extreme heat. The first one was to check weather conditions and make sure that, and I was asking people before John piped up and said, "DJ, I'm not banned for today." Anyway, and then I just went totally batshit political squirrel, and we got way off track there. So, but now we're on step number 2. Is monitoring battery temperature. Keep a close eye on your drone's battery temperature. High temperatures can cause batteries to overheat, leading to performance issues and even damage. Consider using battery cooling pads or covers if necessary. Does anyone use battery covers or cooling pads? Lawrence, glad to see you in the house. Novice Quad. Scott Nadeau, good to see you. TJ, what's up? Hey, I can't believe Justin's actually here. Read my last comment. Drones are a smart part of that. Your last comment. Uh-oh. Did I miss one? What was Justin's last comment? I guess I was... Hey! JSK Enterprises, good to see you, sir. Sorry I got the babbling, folks, and I didn't say hi to people that had come in. Northside Hawk, Dom. Looks good, looks good. John Lennon was a psyop. Nemo needs what now? Oh, did you hear that? Did you turn on the light just for Koopy?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, Barkley, what's up, man? Let's see. Okay, we're back up here to the beginning. And I never did see what you said, Justin. So, Justin, if you're still here, please type it again. If I have trouble at the other end of the thermometer, okay.
Cold? You talking about cold or heat?
Well, he's in Australia, so
He's in Australia, which is winter right now, right?
Yep, yep. Should be safe to fly your drone as long as you're not on Alderaan.
Yeah. I was fine at 100. It's great. The only problem is your props feel really hot afterwards.
Yeah.
I haven't ever.
I
I
won't-
think. Go ahead.
Say I won't fly once it gets up around 100 degrees. I'm not going out.
Ah, okay.
100 degrees, that's it for me. If it's above 100,
I only flew it because I was I was in Eastern Washington, right? I don't have a lot of footage there. So then I'm like, screw it. We'll put it up. And I let it fly for about 20 minutes and then brought it back in. Other than
That's
that,
what's so screwed up about our state, man. One side of the state's kind of green and pretty and nice. Other side looks like the moon.
it's weird. Yeah. So
course,
I totally was like, hey, I balled out. I think I did 4 flights of 20 minutes each. A lot of good footage. Excited to, to share it and make a video or 2 or 3 or 4. But yeah.
that was out in
how to tell
Eastern
it.
Washington. Is that Eastern Washington?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See, the biggest problem with Eastern Washington, it would be green just like Western Washington. It just catches on fire a lot. I mean, it literally a lot.
If you look at the geology, that was a tropical area before, before the Cascades were built. And yeah, it's just otherworldly. It's so crazy over there.
Yeah, it's freaky. Oh, look. Do you need a hug?
No. I actually flew today. After
Oh,
work,
did you
I wanted.
fly FPV or DJI?
I flew DJI. I
He's
wanted
got
to
the
try.
bug
I wanted to try the what is it called? The asteroid thing on the Mini 3. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, the auto modes
I
are
like
pretty
the
cool.
asteroid. It is pretty cool.
And what else? Boomerang and or was that a Spartan?
All the different modes, they do pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boomerang was one.
Is it Eastern Washington, Idaho?
Rocket and Brony.
No,
Kinda.
it's still another. I was still a little 2
Kinda.
hours away from Idaho.
But still, it's kind of Idaho. It's because
Yeah.
once you cross the border, you're like, wow, this looks just like Washington.
Yeah.
So anyway, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Hey, not lurking, just listening. Okay, so what did I say we were doing? Let me get up here. 24 seconds, and we're caught up. All right. So, like I said, when you on that other show, when he tells you that, hey, we can't give up yet. Remember, you heard it here first. Let's see. 3, fly in cooler parts of the day. Plan your flights during the early morning or late evening when temperatures are lower. This reduces the risk of overheating components and improves overall flight stability. Like Ron Brown, he was commenting on the trailer that I made for this week's show. He follows this exact very pattern for himself. He prefers when it's hot in the summertime, the hottest in the summertime. He'll fly early in the morning and late in the evening. What about you guys?
That sounds nice when
I
you
agree with
are
that.
in the retired phase of life.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
I
What do you
fly
mean in
early,
Yeah.
early in the morning and late in the evenings on the weekend. And then if I get
Yeah.
time during the week, it's always in the evening.
Right.
And then fly from the car.
Let's see. I've never flown from a vehicle. Never.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's
I've
life-changing.
never flown.
I got a confession to make. I was making a hyperlapse,
Uh-huh.
and the drone was going away from me, and it was like a 30-second hyperlapse, so it was down to like 10% when it got finished, and it was like a mile away, and I drove up, and met the drone. And met the drone.
Well, no, that's cool. I totally understand that. That makes sense. Johnny, what was the temperature when you finished flying? Because he said he just got done. So I was kind of curious what the temperature. Because
It's
I think
probably
it's hot.
a little cooler. Well, no, it's a little cooler after the hurricane.
Oh yeah, but not a whole lot. Probably really humid.
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. 88,
Probably
right?
not.
It's cooler than what usual.
Yeah, cooler.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like it does here.
Yeah, exactly.
88. Well, that's not too bad. What's the humidity? Like we had 87 here today and 50% humidity.
In
it was-
Renton yesterday, it was 101 degrees.
Ouch. And Warren was asking me a minute ago. He said, what minimum temperature? I've flown as cold as, I think, 19.
Yeah, I think like
Coldest-
17 degrees. I put it up.
Yeah, I think it was 19 for me. Was the coldest I've ever put it
It's
up.
just you notice the battery just go faster.
Yeah,
Kind of the
exactly.
same in the heat, you know.
Yeah, exactly. What I usually do and I'll do crazy shit. I might put on like 4 gallons of sunblock, put my hat on, put my jacket on, and get out in 105-degree heat and put my drone up. But if I do, you need to move probably about 50 to 100 yards away from me because you don't want to hear me talking because you'll be like, just fly the damn drone. Because I'll be crying the whole time going, oh my God, it's wobbling. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, I can't see it anymore. What am I doing? Oh God.
Just let it rip, Bill. You just gotta let it rip.
They've got me to go a little bit further, but I'm still overly cautious.
Come on,
'Cause
Bill.
I
Send it and mend it.
I consider I consider them my
Randy,
children.
you should see. Every time I fly with Bill, I'm just like, just let it go, just let it go. Trust the technology. We're gonna be fine.
And they all get a kick out of it too. They all walk over here and it's like, wait.
It's like, what's the farthest you ever sent it away, Bill?
When me and you went out to Liberty Park.
Everett?
No, remember we went down there and I flew out to the cruise ship with you. Me and you went out there.
Ah, yes. Okay. That was the furthest you ever let it go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we went all the way out to the cruise ship, remember?
Yeah.
I'll send it. I trust it. I've been flying DJI drones for like 3 years, not real long, but long enough to where I've never had. I think one time in the 3 years where I've ever been like, I don't think this thing's gonna come back, like, and totally lost connection. But other than that, I've never thought twice about it.
Oh, a million percent humidity. Yes, I'd say it was dripping after that hurricane. And 88 degrees probably felt like 120.
Yeah.
Somebody just threw me in a deep fryer.
Hey, Bill, you can talk about that. Speaking of how far you went out, that new Cadix walk snail, 2 watt. That guy went out 55 kilometers.
Shoot.
That blows my mind. These
It's
northern
insane.
55 kilometers.
Yeah,
What's that, like 25 miles or 20 miles? Or
I think it was like 30, 34. I
Thank you.
I think
That's crazy.
it's insane.
Okay, so we've let me get back. We went kind of squirrely. And then we go number 4. Provide adequate cooling. If possible, provide additional cooling for your drone during flight breaks. Sheltering your drone from direct sunlight or using portable fans can help maintain optimal operating conditions.
It was 55 kilometers is 34 miles.
That was actually
Yeah.
pretty cool. And by the way, if this script that I'm following was brought to you by ChatGPT. And the intro and everything.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. Because until I went batshit crazy talking about, don't give up, DJI, I can still get banned. Anyway, you mean, make sure to, yeah, there you go. That's a good way to help cool it off. Good way to help.
I
cool
had
it
that
off.
when I was on Sunday flying back. I was in Vantage, and it was 98 degrees in the sun. And my remote was acting up. I don't know if anybody's noticed this with the Fly app. It's giving problems like logging into the system. So I had it in the sun, ready to go, and then I had to turn off
Has
the
everybody
drone
else,
and turn it back
has everybody
on.
else got that picture in your mind now? Is everybody?
Teabag your battery in ice
Say,
water.
if you do that,
I'm just thinking about on one of these cold, super hot days. I'm like, yeah,
Hey,
teabag your battery, man.
so does that mean put your battery in ice water and then teabag it?
Or put it in a bag and
Put it in like a Ziploc bag and then drop it in ice water.
No. Set the battery in the ice water and then you teabag it.
Yes, that'll make sure your battery cools down quick.
Yeah,
you might get
As well as you.
among
might
other
get a little-
things.
you might get a little tingle there. Get a little tingle. Mom,
Wouldn't it be
look,
easier
my
just-
hair started growing again.
it'd be easier just to use your finger to push it down.
Yeah.
But a lot less entertaining. Oh my God! Wow, we're really painful people here. Okay. And number 5 of the do's of flying in extreme heat. Just like drones, pilots need proper hydration in extreme heat. Remember to drink plenty of water and stay focused and alert during your flights. Yay.
Thanks, Chad GPT.
Yeah, segment 2, the don'ts of flying in extreme heat. Let's see. Avoid overexposure to sunlight. This is number 1. Direct sunlight can quickly heat up your drone's component. Avoid prolonged exposure by choosing shaded areas to take off, land, and for rest periods. Does everybody do that in their plans? Or do you just run out and follow the
I mean,
crowd?
that sounds lovely. I was underneath the tree.
You're underneath a tree? Cool.
Yeah. Well,
Use
a
it's
freezer
really
bag.
hot outside.
I can't get
Oh.
out the car. I start melting.
Oh, wow. Look at this. He loaded his cooler today and then left it in front of the garage.
I tell you one thing though, don't take your drone right out of the AC and take it out immediately in the heat and try to fly it because everything's gonna get wet and fog
Fog
up.
up, yeah.
Let it sit in a bag
Yeah.
for like 15, 20 minutes.
When I got out of the car this morning, I was at work. I got out and I'm sitting there. As soon as I got out, my glasses just went zoop, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Whoa!"
Every time I try to fly in the heat, my goggles fogging up,
Yeah,
fogging up.
yep.
Ah, okay. And number 2, don't push battery limits. In high temperatures, battery performance can degrade faster. Avoid pushing your drone's battery to its limits and always land with sufficient charge remaining to prevent unexpected shutdowns. Right? Do we follow those things? Anybody? Bueller?
Yeah.
Bueller?
Not back when I was flying FPV, like almost every day. I was brutal on my batteries, everything. I just didn't care. I mean, I'd go out and just like, if it's not gonna last, it's not gonna last. If it's gonna explode, it's gonna explode. I was just like, screw it.
You run
I'm
them
the
down
worst.
real low.
Oh well, no. I didn't run them down to real low. I was just like, all right, it's like I actually put 3 batteries outside that were in my little battery bag because I hadn't like flown FPV like hardly any, and they were puffy as hell.
Scared to keep them in the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you were going
I
to
don't
go make
blame
some more later?
I really thought about getting a nail and driving it through it. Just I haven't done that. in a
Oh,
while.
no, man. Just take it out, find an old refrigerator, stick it on some tannerite, and wait. Boom!
I mean, they were puffy a while back, so I mean, like I said, they like in the. I don't use much bag. I've got like 3 bags. I've got like my good ones, my not so good ones, and the one I take with me.
What was the reason you think they started puffing out, or do you know?
It's just, I mean, one of them has got like you can tell where it's kind of punctured on the side, and
So it might have hit something.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
Because I used to thrash the hell out of those quads.
I damaged one, and I was scared. I didn't want to keep it, so I took it to Walmart, and they disposed of it.
Oh,
I
just
just
didn't
wow.
Does Best Buy still have that barrel out front where you can dispose of them? Like,
Not typing. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I haven't been to Best Buy in a while.
I think some of them have gone over to Dobos to consider the chaotic, because they're basically talking about the same thing that we talked about a little while ago. We're not out of the woods yet. That eventually we might get banned. That DJI might get banned and everything. But so anyway, we're talking about extreme heat. What's up next?
What other things are next? What other things did ChatGPT say?
Skip risky maneuvers. Hot weather may impact your drone's responsiveness and stability. Avoid aggressive maneuvers or flying in turbulent conditions to reduce the risk of accidents. What is this? And number 4, neglect post-flight inspections. After each flight is neglect. I don't understand. Oh, don't neglect. Don't neglect to do post-flight inspections. After each flight, conduct a thorough inspection of your drone. Check for signs of overheating, battery condition, and any potential damage caused by the heat. And then number 5, ignore emergency procedures. No, don't ever do that. Lastly, always be prepared for emergencies. Familiarize yourself with drone recovery procedures in case of overheating, loss of control, or other unexpected events. Da-da-da-da! Wow.
Okay.
So what do we do for 45 minutes? Oh, yeah. I wanted to tell everybody, if you haven't already seen it, it's a great family movie. It's funny and it's cool to watch. It's on Prime, and it's called Space Cadet with Emma Roberts. She's a little girl, and I think her dad maybe passed away or something. She's always hanging out with her mom, and she's dreaming about being an astronaut. But then when she grows up, she becomes a bartender. Big stretch, I know. Anything, through a miraculous series of events, she actually gets accepted into the astronaut program at NASA. And you can imagine, since I said it was a family movie, you can imagine what happens. Yes, and I haven't watched it yet. I let some other people watch it. I haven't watched it yet. But yes, Netflix has the newest Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, showing right now as well.
That's got Eddie Murphy, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
But this movie with her, I actually, laughed out. It takes a lot to kind of make me laugh out loud anymore, because I've heard so many jokes done so many ways, and the only comedian that really gets me to laugh anymore is Joe Coy, when he's doing his own material, not worried about doing something for TV. And this movie actually made me laugh. So it's actually cute enough to watch with little kids and stuff like that. They'll get a kick out of it, and it's got enough adult insinuated humor to where you'll laugh about it too. like the name for that, he tells everybody the name for all the astronaut candidates at NASA. They're called ass cans.
Mm-hmm.
so that give you an idea. No, I wouldn't say that. It's much cooler. I would say it's more of wacky bartender girl does Armageddon. So
Wow.
I know, yeah, that'll bake your noodle enough to where you're like, oh, okay, I gotta see what's going on. But it's funny. It will make you laugh in places out loud, so it's worth watching.
Hey, what's up with that Aru drone?
What do you mean? What's up with it?
Like,
They're going to release at the end of the month. You can buy one for roughly $800. A lot of people think that it's trying to go after the fishing drones that are so ridiculously expensive, because it'll carry up to 5 pounds, which is pretty heavy payload. But it seems to me that it would be geared more towards something else that carrying 4.5 to 5 pounds, and it's got its own release system on it too.
yeah,
That is pretty cool.
And especially
I like
for.
that. I like the look of it. The look of it is really cool. I wonder what size props those are, though.
Oh, it's a monster drone. It's a big. I like. What was it? The old. What the hell was that thing?
If it's lifting 4 pounds, it's got to be pretty sizable.
Oh, it's beefy, and it looks almost for lack of a better way to explain it, it looks like a large, if anybody knows, a large MJX style drone. It's kind of got that sheen to it. The plastic looks similar to that kind of build. It's not like premium plastic, but really nice plastic. And it's got like a matte black finish on it. You know, the only thing that disappoints me about it is that it's got a 12 megapixel camera on it. But everything is built in China, so I don't know. It's got you know, it's got scanners on it. It's got OA on it. Who's making all this stuff? I have not a clue. You know, but I do know that they're making them in China. So if this dude John Tester gets his way, they'll never see the light of day over here anyway.
No, I don't see it happening.
So let's go back over here and see if anything's interesting on our drone. See, the thing that's got me, you know, the reason I don't think any of these places are going bananas over talking about this not being included in the Senate bill is it doesn't really matter, you know, until it gets to the final bill that they both houses agree on and they both houses vote on and it passes both houses and it goes to be signed by whoever, you know, that's when it's final. So however they reconcile it, it could come back. Like I said, you're probably hearing that somewhere else, but you heard it here first.
It's why I don't understand why it's such a huge deal now.
What do you mean deal now?
Well, because I mean, has there ever been before like bills trying to ban DJI?
Yeah, they just never have gotten out of committee before. It's been going on for shit. When Koopy was on here with me back way back, Billy was still here. You know, all that stuff. They were floating stuff around then, and they laughed at me then. They said DJI will never get banned, and literally laughed at me on the show. And then they're all putting out videos now. Don't give up, please don't let her hobby go away. And I'm like, you know, but it's just, and like Herman, people thought Herman was tooting his horn too damn much because Herman was like me. He was like, y'all need to wake the fuck up. You know. And then now we're like, try sending emails, try doing something, don't give up. And like you all were telling me that it's got the only way that you're going to change their mind is to use that vote the way it's meant to. I mean, do you think it's going to make a difference? I don't know. Do I think that people sending in emails kept it out of the Senate bill? I don't know. I don't really think so. I think it was more of because the Democrats control the Senate and a Republican started it, that shit's so bullshit that's why. That's the only reason. And I think they're just gonna use it. I think they're gonna say, okay, what are you gonna give us if we give you this? That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, I would say call them like once a month, at least once a month, and keep it fresh in their mind that, hey, this is you know what I mean, we need this pipeline to keep flowing.
Look at Angel's Timu like.
It's IKEA.
Then he says IKEA. But isn't that the same thing? Kia is really funded by China.
It's Swedish.
Ban.
Yeah.
IKEA doesn't take a month to get.
Yeah, see? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's too many. So yeah, prison drop system, other types of, you know, to me it would seem that it would be really easy to drop munitions with something that's already got a damn drop system built into it.
That's what Rotor Riot's doing.
I think, you know what, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to Rotor Riot anyway. You know, I got into it at one time. You know, I've talked to Drew a couple of times on 3 or 4 times on Facebook. I think he's just like anybody else. He's like, I'm gonna make some money before they shut all this shit down.
Yeah, he
doesn't know what else.
Ride.
He's like, I know we're on our way out the door. I'm gonna make some money so that I'm not so pissed off at the end. You know, I don't really buy anything from Rotor Riot. I don't really support their channels a whole lot. I don't really support them a whole lot individually. You know, I saw what Ian put up. I also saw what XJet put up. I think at the end of the day, Drew and the companies, they all just realized we got what, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 at the outside. Let's get some money and get the hell out while we can. And they said, "Hey, we'll go for it." And who knows? Maybe they'll go on beyond that, and they'll be a little bit longer than 3 years. But I don't think that he's meaning it to do. He's just in it to make some money. Somebody said, "Look, you can be this pillar, you can be this FPV guy and hobby, but you're now a businessman. You're no longer just the FPV pilot. How you gonna support your future when you're too blind to see to fly FPV or solder anymore? What are you going to do then? What are you going to fall back on? This is your career, man." So he's went, "Okay, I guess we'll make some money." Hey, what's up? What's up? John's saying FPV's dead. I'm just saying that we can't bust Drew's balls because somebody waved money at him. I'm sure if somebody said, "Hey, Bill, we'll sponsor drone therapy every week, and even if you get shitty viewership and your show sucks every week, we'll still give you a check," I'd be like, "Hell yeah, I'll be here every week." And then I might sit here for like an hour and a half going, "Hey, B, I gotta get paid, man." No, I can understand it. In today's day and age, people are worried about, some people get worried about being ahead on social media. Other people worry about, I don't know, getting ahead in general. And this is Drew's career. Drew's career is drones and FPV.
He hasn't made it. He hasn't made an FPV video in a long, long time.
He's like Sharpoo. I miss Sharpoo.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Do you know who Sharpoo is, Randy?
No, I don't.
Oh, Angel, do you know who Sharpoo is?
No.
Oh, I know Nemo does.
Yes,
Well,
I know.
You know him. His name is Carlos, actually. And
He was one. He was one of the original Rotor Riot like pilots.
But he's
back when
also
it-
somebody else very famous too, though.
yeah.
He's an animator for DreamWorks.
Maybe I can tomorrow.
Yeah, so he does that, but yeah, he used to. It was pretty cool though, man. Watching Sharpoo stuff was incredible. It's exactly how it is. Just go Google Sharpoo FPV, CHARPO FPV, and he kind of reminds you. He reminds Mr. Steel flies a lot like Sharpoo.
Oh, okay.
Sharpoo was more. He was more.
Sharpoo was the best. I'm not saying that Steel's as good as him. I'm saying that Steel flies a lot like him.
Well, they're two different styles for me, anyway.
Okay.
They're both. Sharpoo was. I wonder if he still flies at all.
For a second, he couldn't find. I'm lost. He couldn't find you.
Finding Nemo.
I'll be right back.
Oh, bald moment. Who's coming back?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some hot chocolate. I'm dying here.
Oh my God! Listen to this. Hey, all you people in 103-degree heat, Angel's coming back with hot chocolate in a minute.
He dying for a cup of hot chocolate.
I'm dying for some hot chocolate.
Comes back, it's like, you know what? I decided to make an ice cream float instead. So you start munching out on ice cream float. Okay. Here's something else we'll come up with. What I had put this in the discussions. Is anybody going anywhere special, like a group fly-in or anything like that, or are you going on vacation specifically with the goal of flying, or are you just going to ride out on your own and do some flying? I mean, what's your summer plan for getting some kind of media, and is your intention to put it up on YouTube, or are you just going to hoard it?
My summer isn't going the best, so I'm not probably gonna be doing much this summer. Got a lot going on, but
Yeah,
I got
that's true.
I got a couple buddies that actually just got one got a Mini 3, and the other one got a Mini 2. I think a Mini 2 SE. So we're gonna get together and go to some different spots. But other than that, I don't have much on the agenda for this summer.
To the beach this weekend. Which beach? Long Beach? Going to Long Beach? What
Try to
beach?
make a little money.
Yeah. And this summer, it's kind of crazy. Bob Dempsey's going to be here next week. But next week here for me is mega chaotic. And it was already planned to be mega chaotic before I knew Bob was coming out here. Oh, wow. Okay. He's going west. Very cool. Anyway, and Bob's going to be here next week. So I'm going to try to figure out whether I can be with him Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. They are planning a fly-in up here with the group that I fly with up here on Wednesday in Paulsbo. Let me bring that up. Gary's turned into a pumpkin. Yep, thought so. I hadn't even looked at it, and I saw the little thing flashing. All right, that's cool, Gary. Because Hot Chocolate Man will be back with his brown mustache in a moment. Notice I clarified and said Hot Chocolate Man before.
All right, Gary. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right.
And thank you very much. He was filling in for Ron tonight, who is still under the weather. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Ron. Hopefully we'll see him back next week. Gary, you know you always got a seat here. You just got to send me a message. Get some rest.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thank y'all. Bye.
Have a good one.
All right, man.
Okay. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, y'all should come. Here we go. Okay, Mike, where's that going to be at? Wait a minute. Hey, I got an idea. Hey, Mike, you want to come in for a minute? Or are you anywhere you can come in? You come in and tell everybody.
I think that's Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. Or
Well,
Chicago.
I was wondering if it was going to, Chicago or not. He must not have heard me. Anyway. So, like he's saying, they've got their Quad Mafia. When they ban drones, you can join the gaming crew. Oh, did you hear that, Randy?
Yeah. I need to get a better computer before I can do that.
Really? Yeah, I don't know if you need a better computer just to play what they're playing. No, Chicago in Elgin.
Yeah, my computer isn't. I've had it for like a year. It's a used laptop, and I've been editing on it, and it edits 4K video pretty good. I mean, usually it takes me about 20 minutes to edit a 10-minute long 4K video. Not too bad, but not too good. But the last time I tried to edit a video on 4K, it stopped and it gave me a warning and it says something about my my graphics card. So it's only doing HD right now, and it's just acting a little funny. When I restarted it the other day, I got a little warning that says something about the graphics card fan.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know.
You're pushing it to the extremes, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. That's for sure.
All I do on website. Oh, okay. Here we go. So, quadmafia.com gives you all the information to their upcoming event, and you can go over there and check it out. Upgrade your laptop.
Mm-hmm. I've looked at it, but if I upgrade, I already have a monitor, so I might just get a PC, something a little more beefier.
Yeah, well, like this computer that I'm on is already 5 years old, and I've already burned out part of the video card. I used to have 2 channels, and what's the other one? VGA or whatever. Or no, what's the other one called? It looks like an HDMI plug, but it's not. Anyway, DisplayPort. I burnt the DisplayPort out on the video card, so I don't have it anymore. I'm just running one monitor to the HDI part of the card. I used to have 2 monitors. I love having the monitor over here, but it's gone.
I got a 2 monitor mount, but all I got's the 1 monitor hooked up right now. I actually took the other mount off. It's in the closet, so it doesn't look all goofy hanging out there. But if I get a PC, I'll get another monitor.
I probably won't get another PC till maybe Christmas this year. Maybe. Kind of doubtful. If things get better here for us financially, then possibly. But kind of doubt. I'd say this one's going to be my beefy boy for the next couple, maybe another year and a half, 2 years. Let's see. There's what? There's 16 channels. Your card only uses 8. Hopefully the wife gets that. Man, you gonna drink the hot chocolate before you come back? I was wanting to see your mustache, man. Okay. Oh, I was gonna go bring up. I went to Drone XL. Okay, and he did this. He put this up today. I will share this too. Hey, I just put this up. Share. I will also give you all the link. Let me get the link first. The Senate version does not include. This is on Drone XL. He just put it up a little while ago. Andrew, riding that angel wave. Okay, let me get this in here. Bring it in. I will make it large.
I'm gonna go grab some more soda real quick. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Okay, Senate version of the NDAA excludes countering CCP Drone Act language. Vic Moss from the Drone Service Provider Alliance and the Drone Advocacy Alliance have shared important news regarding the Countering CCP Drone Act. In a Facebook video, Voss revealed that the language for the controversial act is not included in the Senate version of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2025. Key updates on the NDAA and drone legislation. Moss stated, I wanted to let you know that I just found out the Senate version of the National Defense Authorization Act has been released today. The Countering CCP Drones language is not, I repeat, not in it. This development marks a significant turn in the ongoing debate about Chinese-made drones in the United States. Countering CCP Drones Act, which aims to restrict Chinese-made drones from companies like DJI, which included the House version of the NDAA, passed on June 14th, 2024. Next steps in the legislative process. The legislative journey is far from over, Moss explained. This means the next step is voting on it. But who knows when that will happen. They're talking about waiting for the lame duck session. Ooh, wow. Then it will go to conference committee, and since the language is in the House version but not the Senate version, the discrepancy between the House and the Senate versions means that a conference committee will need to reconcile the differences. This process will ultimately determine whether the restrictions on Chinese-made drones make it into the final NDAA. Basically what I said, 30 minutes ago? Or 45 minutes ago. The exclusion of countering CCP drone language from the Senate version is seen as a positive development by many in the drone industry. Miles expressed cautious optimism, saying, so good news, the CCP Drone Act language is not included in the Senate version of the National Defense Authorization Act. Yay, step 1 complete. The act were to become law, we all know that part of the story. Okay, his take on it, the exclusion of the act means the Senate version represents a critical juncture in the ongoing debate. While proponents of the act argue for reducing reliance on Chinese technology, many in the drone industry reward potential disruptions in various sectors, especially public safety operations. This aligns with the concerns of many safety experts, as reported in recent Drone XL article. These experts have conditioned above the far-reaching consequences of a blanket ban on DJI, highlighting the lack of readily available alternatives. As legislative process continues, it is crucial to balance national security concerns with the practical needs of drone users across various sectors. The drone community will be watching closely as the NDA moves through the conference committee, where the final fate of these drones restrictions will be decided. So, we just prolonged the inevitable. Angel, are you in bed? No, he's in AC.
Exactly. I'm in AC.
So, just like I was saying earlier, there's no guarantee that they won't use it as a bartering tool. There's no guarantee any of that stuff. So, we're far from over. And I hate to be extreme, but I don't know what else you can do shy of literally trying to vote them out of office if they don't listen. What could you do? Seriously. What could be done?
Well,
We don't have that kind of.
here's a
We don't have
thought.
that kind of money.
I mean, if there was a way to hit every House member and Senate member with one auto email,
Yeah,
that would be a nice way to do it.
yeah. But I'm
You
just
know.
saying that I don't. I don't know exactly. Like I said, you can keep emailing them, but I don't know.
There's not much you really can do besides using your phone, your voice. I mean, what
Yeah.
else? What
The
else is
only
there to
other,
do?
yeah, the only other thing is your vote. Correct.
Yep.
That's it. That's all
Yep.
that's left. And if you're not willing to use it to push your voice, then we've already lost our drones. It doesn't matter. You know? And no, Stefanik is not sponsoring the bill that we're talking about. Her bill could potentially come back. We don't know. But the person that we're talking about now is named John Tester. He's a Democratic senator from Montana. And he is coming up with basically, he hates all Chinese drones. He hates DJI, Altel, all top of the line drones, all the way down to the poo-poo toy drones. You know?
He hates anything China.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though he has no clue how they work, how they run, or what benefits they may serve our country.
Yeah, he really does. By the way he sounded, he really doesn't.
I don't know what to say. It's just really awkward. That because they obviously don't understand. And or we could just say if you're not willing to show me, I don't want to hear about, you know, why I'm voting you out of office, or don't be calling me up asking for campaign money or for me to give you your vote when you didn't listen to me on something. That's what I'm saying. This is something small. You know, and if they can't see their way clear to either showing us how detrimental they are to this country by just coming right out, I don't see what's, I've heard people come up with an argument like it's above our intelligence level, or it's security, and then I've heard other people say, maybe they have accessed things that they shouldn't have accessed, and I'm like, well, our drones should have been geofenced, not at least DJIs have been geofenced to where they couldn't get to these things. So I'm not understanding that part of it. I don't understand why they don't just come out and prove to us beyond the shadow of a doubt, okay, here's where we screwed up. Here's where we did wrong. Here's where this got turned out. What? Drones, registered, commercial. What is all that? Wait a minute. Is it over here? I don't know what is he putting up there. What did you put up there, Justin? Anybody brave?
It'd be funny.
What?
The reason they don't want us flying drones is because the slow-mo cameras will catch their anti-gravity ships testing while they're testing all their fancy anti-gravity stuff. We're gonna catch
here's
them.
what he sent me. Said as of 5/31/24, there are 782,203 registered drones. And that's not including the ones that aren't registered, which I'd probably say is probably at least that and 50% more. I'd say 1 million that aren't registered. 383,302 commercially registered drones. Oh, this is the breakdown. 300,092, 468 recreational registered drones. So there's more recreational pilots than there are 107 pilots. This is cool.
It's the same number.
Wait a minute, look at this. Look at this, though. It says, and then it talks about remote pilot certified. That's what's bizarre. Oh, wait a minute. Can y'all see this? Did y'all go to that page? I want to share
it's got to be the 107,
It's
right?
really bizarre. It's got to be the other way around. Yeah. Let's see. Where am I going? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, they messed those numbers up.
Need to share. There it is. There it is. Drones by numbers. So that's definitely not right. Can't be right. Right? No way. Because that's saying. Okay, let's. But what's weirder? Look at the bottom. Trust certificates issued. 789,974. So we've driven that many people out of the hobby already? I mean, seriously, have we? Because according to that, we've already run off.
Well, just because you got a trust certificate doesn't mean you registered
Right.
your drone.
Exactly.
So the rest of them are probably mini flyers.
Possibly. Yeah, true. So there's only 7,000 minis in the U.S. Ooh. But yeah, it is weird that it's probably these are flip flopped. It's got to be the other way around. So as actual, there's more commercial pilots than there are recreational pilots, but not by much. Not even 10,000. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of almost even. But yeah, you know, well, who knows? Anyway, close this off. Anyway, back to over here. And back to over, which one am I running? This one. Here we are, back again. And we looked at seen Ron Lockwood. Not in, probably, I haven't seen him post anything probably for about a week. I think the last post I saw him doing was, he was working on finishing up the front of his house. He was going to redo it and put in some stuff there, some plants and some railroad ties and stuff like that. That was like about a week ago, I saw. Okay. Let's see, with the numbers, I don't think it's enough to make a difference, yeah. Hey, Randy, did you see what Johnny said? He's building a 3.5-inch fly fish.
Yeah, I said it's pretty awesome. I think I'd like to have a 3.5-inch better than a 5-inch because I like to fly like low and through stuff and, you know what I mean, proximity flying. I think a 3.5 would be better suited for that.
Oh, it won't matter. It won't matter.
5-inch, you could do some damage with a 5-inch.
Oh yeah. You can tear some shit up. Yeah. But what's the percentage of people that actually speak up? No, it won't be, because there's too many people that won't use this as a means to flip their vote or not vote. We're too pack driven. You know. Oh yeah, remember Prime Day? I don't have any money, so Prime Day.
I don't have any money. I don't have any money.
I don't have any Prime Day.
If anyone want to do a GoFundMe for Coast to Coast Drones channel, let's do it.
No, we need to do GoFundMe for Prime Day so we can buy all of us gifts.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
GoFundMe for us.
Okay,
for the channel.
I get it. No, what I was thinking, we need a GoFundMe to send the hosts of Coast to Coast Drones to the Las Vegas Drone Meet.
Hey, we can put that on there. We make a wish and put it on there.
Make a wish.
I think we do the Inspire 3 GoFundMe.
Yeah, if we're going to go for broke, let's just go for broke, right? You know, it was kind of funny. I think it was Spin Up. Art was talking about he didn't have the money to go one year. And I just told him, I was like, dude, just start a GoFundMe. He's like,
Did he do it?
What do you mean? He's like, what do you mean start a GoFundMe? I said, start a GoFundMe, but don't bullshit people. Tell them the truth. Say, hey.
Right, exactly.
I want to go to Spin Up. I can't afford it. If you all can send me some money, I'll be grateful for it.
Already spin up trip fund.
And he went. He went.
And he actually got money.
Yeah, I think it was the first one he went to. He went. They got it. They got enough money to go.
That's awesome.
Well, because if you can get, I mean, that's the thing. Is like if you got 2,000 followers or whatever, and you know, a few people chip in $5-10. Some people might be a little generous, do 20.
Yeah,
it'll start to load up. I still think we could do the Inspire 3 fund.
And I thought making T-shirts and selling them would do good too, and that turned out to be my own best customer.
Hey, I get it. But I mean, like I said, if 16 of us put up $1,000,
I don't think I can stand the humiliation if I only got $8.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't feel right about doing that, you know.
I mean, we have 16 people watching. If everyone threw up a G, you can have the Inspire 3 for 2 weeks.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. But we can't rent one. Dale's not getting
Somebody
another
crashes
Inspire
it.
3. We didn't tell y'all about that, did we? Dale, Dale's Dale leased an Inspire 3, a brand new Inspire 3 to the NFL, and they sent him an email back and said, "Sorry, but you're not getting your Inspire 3 back. It's in pieces."
Oh, God. Right. Right.
Well, I'm sure they ended up buying it, but it's the NFL. It's not like it bothered them. Your check's in the mail, and he's like, I said, so you're not getting another one? I mean, think about it. That was a big seller. I was like, and it stayed rented the whole time? That was good money. Hey, Herman, I was talking about you earlier. You missed it when I was talking about it. It was all good stuff, though, but none of them was bad. I was talking about there was a point in time when we would tell every people that they needed to wake up and worry about drones getting banned, and they laughed at us. I said, but they ain't laughing now. Anyway, I read the article from Drone XL that Haya wrote, and it basically says what we were talking about, that it's not included in the Senate version thus far. Oh, so I got to let my doggy out. Y'all go ahead. Come on.
Yeah, Randy, you want to fly the Scablands, you said?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Hell yeah.
It was spectacular. We were, the the geologic features out there are kind of amazing.
Yes.
And it was, I flew early in the morning, and it was like 78 degrees, and it was lovely, right?
Mhm.
And then after about 8:30 in the morning, temperature just goes.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was, we were out there for the Odessa concert,
Right.
and they had a fire at the gorge on the final day.
Oh, I bet that was
So,
cool.
yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. But yeah, and then on Sunday, I flew on the way back, and it was already like 100 degrees, and yeah, I put the
Yeah.
drone up. Flew for about 20 minutes. I'm like 20 minutes, do a quick loop around, do a couple different things, and then called it good, because I'm like, I don't want to push the battery too hard.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's a little hot. 100 degrees.
Like when I
yeah.
was in New Orleans a month ago, I did the same thing. I mean, it was like 90, 95 degrees, and I'm like, all right, 20 minutes is about. I'll do a couple different spins, loops, and then call it good. I'm not going to push it. No puppy up here.
Did
Yeah,
y'all see that?
I always
It's
grab a hold of the
this
drone.
is the tassel on the pillow. Is that what they're referring to?
And that's what he thinks destroyed the drone.
What? What destroyed the drone?
A forklift or a truck.
Mm. Oh, for Dale's drone?
Mm-hmm. He
Yeah.
said what they said in the email was just smashed.
Yeah. I
He
get
figured
it. I get it.
Like, have y'all seen that TikTok video where like the science students are all out and they got this humongous drone, like an aggro drone that they're getting ready to send out in the fields?
Yeah.
And it takes off and that truck hits it, just boom, blows it all to hell and gone.
Who goes up 2 feet and takes off with
Yeah,
a drone
really.
that big?
Who takes off in the middle of a highway?
Right. They must not have had a 107, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was the pillow. Well, it was the pillow. Oh,
It's the pillow.
Angel, you were here at the tail end when I started talking about the movie, or did you hear the movie? Yeah, I think you heard the movie, didn't you?
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything and everything. Wait a minute. Black curly mullet,
All right, let's see.
heavy
What is this?
cosplay.
What does he put in there?
Prom day deal for Angel and Bill. Wait a minute. Is this? It's like host garb here.
Is this going to be like a wig or something for me?
No, it's for both of us. We're going to dress differently.
All right, let's see.
Andrew
What
said-
is this referring to?
Andrew said Prime Day was.
We need to get different colors. You could be blonde. You could do blonde. I'll do
Oh,
black.
yes.
Or auburn.
That
We
looks
could do
lovely.
auburn too. No, there's brown. Yeah, there's brown.
Hold
We
on,
have brown,
hold on,
black,
hold on,
or blonde. No, no. Oh, Angel's got a wig. We'll see in a moment. As I say, I had a feeling. I've seen you in this wig before. Never mind, I know I have. Because Mina's taken pictures of him before.
I have
Andrew-
about 4
Andrew-
wigs.
Andrew said in the chat Prime Day was July 16th and 17th. I said that's cool. My birthday's on July 18th. He said make sure you remember.
All
I
right,
said I
guys, how's
will.
it going?
Oh my God.
This is a mullet. I got a beautiful mullet in the back, you know.
That's his Tina Turner mullet.
What's love got to do? Got to do with
This is
it.
my Halloween costume from. No, I was what? I was a Smurfette with my daughter this year, but this was from Halloween the year before. I was like a hillbilly with a Kentucky waterfall.
I don't know. He's now that he's married. Now he's just letting us more into the angel side of things.
What are you talking about?
You said you
I
had
had,
4 wigs. I wasn't gonna just leave it alone, man.
I had an old blonde Joe Dirt mullet for like 10 years.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is that I did have a nice luscious head of hair when I was younger, and I could do all kind of things with it. But
So
now it's over.
you throw it
I
on.
had
I did
hair.
make the bed, Dale. Look, the bed is made, Dale.
What did Dale say? What did he
So
say?
you're saying you throw that wig on every once in a while and reminisce?
That's exactly. I reminisce. I sit there and I whip it back and
Okay,
forth.
okay.
I think if anything, my dogs are like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Yeah.
I had. You know what's even crazier is I went when I was I don't know probably let's say middle 30s. I had already lost like all of this, but all the rest of it would just like grow like a mop, right? So here I am, nothing here, and I was kind of down. I was just like, screw it, I'm not going to the doc. And I literally had hair down to here, everywhere, but nothing here. And I'd just be going out, and they'd be like, "Is he okay?" Like, yeah. So, but anyway, don't do stupid shit like that.
You wear
Just
did
saying.
you wear a
What
hat all
time
your
is it?
life?
56.
No, not all my life, but a big part of it, yeah. Because that was the first kind of collecting I did when I was younger. Was I collected all kinds of hats. So like anytime we go on vacation, I'd have to get a hat from there. Until like now, when you go and you get a hat, and the hat costs more than a freaking T-shirt, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just get a T-shirt, and and the T-shirt's still $30, but the hat's 60. You're like, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
I remember you used to get hats for like $20 for a 59.50.
Oh wow, yeah. So anyway, what I was talking about earlier is, and you all were saying you really don't have any plans to go anywhere. Angel, I think you were making hot chocolate. Do you have anywhere specific that you're going to just fly, like a vacation that you're going to just fly on, or are you just going to take off like we do to the meetup every now and again and try to fly?
I'm always trying to fly everywhere we go. So I'm gonna be. You talking about this now or this weekend? Or are you talking about in general?
In general, like this
No, I'm
summer, what
trying to
is
fly
your
everywhere we go. Yeah,
okay?
I'm trying every. So I'm gonna go to Chicago and New Orleans in August. I'm
Uh
gonna
huh.
try to fly. I'm gonna fly in both places. We're gonna be in Tennessee, outside the Smoky Mountains National Park. I'm gonna try to go fly over there. I'm like, hey, everywhere we go, we try to fly. And I'm gonna be in Minnesota in October. I'm
Oh
gonna fly there
wow,
too.
cool.
So
What
we're
about
just
Las
trying to
Vegas?
everywhere we go, we fly.
In Las Vegas in November?
I probably can't go because I
Oh,
feel like,
dun
yeah,
dun dun.
I
And the
know, I
final
know,
shoe
but
drop.
yeah.
But anyway, okay.
Unless like I said, when is this meetup?
Sometime in
Did they have
November.
a date set?
Yeah, it's Las
It's
Vegas
like
drone meetup, I think.
it's like the first weekend in November.
Let's see, first
So
weekend in November.
So right
Yeah,
after the
I'm
election or right before the election? Like right after the election,
right,
isn't it?
it's like right at the election.
so like
So,
the week of the 8th through the 10th.
I think
so like
so.
that
Don't quote me,
weekend.
but I think so.
Let me see. LASVEGAS drone meetup. I think that's it. Let's see. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? It's not working. Anyway, come on. There it goes.
Veterans Day weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, I got the kids.
Yeah, you said you might.
Unless the kids are coming to Las Vegas, they can see the dark side.
Well, he said the temperature wasn't going to be too bad then. Anyway, let me get back to that. Bob's coming next week. I don't know for sure if I'm going to be able to work it out. But what's crazy is like next week's kind of booked for me. Been that way for a while. The week after that is when I get my vacation.
Hmm.
So so I get off Sunday the 21st through till Sunday the 28th. I get that whole 7 days. But the Sunday and Monday, we're going with the grandkids to Great Wolf Lodge. So we'll be
Okay.
down there, but I think Dale's going to be gone then anyway. So I won't see him again when I go down there. And then I think on Tuesday the 23rd, my wife wants to go like stay in the city for a little, like spend a night in the city. And she's like, I've never been to the Space Needle as long as I've lived here. She's never been to Pike Place Market. So we're gonna go do like the
Okay.
Seattle, do the Space Needle Square stuff, do the Space Needle, do the Glassworks, do maybe go to the museum, and then go to Pike's Place Market, rummage around there, get some stuff there, and go back to the hotel, kick back there because our kids are gonna watch Erica for us, so we
Ah,
can
okay.
actually
Okay.
have yeah, and then I think we're going to try either Wednesday, so I might not have a show, don't know for sure yet. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Maybe Friday, we're going to go to Canada for the day.
Okay.
So I'm
Awesome.
not going to
I
fly any
flew
of those
in BC.
places. I'm
You
just
should
saying
fly
that,
in BC.
huh?
You should fly in BC. There's an app. You can download it. You fly the Mini 3 Pro.
Well, but what I'm trying to say is we're only going for one day, and I'm pretty sure that my wife is going to direct traffic, as it were, to where and how and
Uh,
when we.
15 minutes is all you need.
Totally understand you.
Look, you can tell I was
I
bored
hear,
today.
I hear what you're saying, but again, I say I will not be directing traffic. What'd you?
I
Oh,
zip I zip tied my mic onto my onto the
I'll
Avata
see.
too.
See, get some noise out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, but anyway, that's what we're trying to do anyway. So like I said, yeah, the Museum of Pop Culture, Chihuly Gardens and Glass, Space Needle,
Okay.
Pike Place Market, and then Canada late in the week. But I don't know because we want to try to stay in like a nice hotel downtown that's close to the Needle, and I'm not sure as to where yet.
There's a bunch of hotels that are brand new around there. Um, we take it offline. I'll send you a couple places that we have people
All right.
staying.
But we're getting. I need to because it's already 7 o'clock
I
anyway.
gotta start
Randy's got.
cooking dinner for kids.
Yeah, and Randy's
Yeah.
got to go to work early in the morning. Okay, and I wanted to say thank you to everybody that did show up with us. Hopefully, we'll be having less and less drone drama every week, and hopefully, I will let Chat GPT come up with another script for next week. You never know, or maybe one of these guys will come up with an idea for the show next week. Hopefully, Ron Brown will be back and energetic next week, and he will add some more oomph to the show. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you very much for everybody coming in. Please hit the like button if you didn't on their way out. And remember to come back next week. Live long and prosper. We will see you next
Right.
week.